Early in the morning, totally devoted. Welcome back to the Bachelorette review with GOAT Media. I'm here with my full-time co-host, Miss Nicole and Miss Alicia. Thank you so much for coming back to the couch. You guys ready to get into this episode?
Oh, yeah.
It was predictable yet entertaining episode. It made me laugh in more ways than one, and I can't wait to get into it. But first, I just want to talk about the small achievements that our small baby podcast has made in 4 or 5 episodes, right? This is going to be the 5th, 4 episodes total so far. And we've been lucky that the Bachelorette herself, Miss Charity, she gave us our first like. She liked our story, which we posted. Charity, we love you. Thank you for watching. Even the clips that we kind of talked about, like, man, do you think she's seeing any of our stuff, like actually watching any of it or what?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Charity,
I would too. Yeah.
We would love to talk to you one day. Thank you so much for liking our content. We also got a like from Big Ben Higgins, the GOAT, who hosts the Almost Famous podcast and is a Bachelor and Bachelorette royalty. And some of the other castmates. We have been direct messaging a few of the castmates talking about doing some meetups or whatever, but we got to keep it under wraps about that. But I just want to thank you both for being a big part of this. It's been so fun for me. Yeah. It's like winding down too fast, but a lot of content to come. So thank you both. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's been fun.
All right, let's get to the drama. So the episode starts off in New Orleans. I don't know if you guys ever been to, have you guys ever been to New Orleans?
No. I have not, no.
Yeah, it is what you think it is. It's a really nice, vivacious city. One thing I love about it, it's an energy full of food, characters, and just like liveliness. Everything that you think about it is exactly what it is. It's just old like colonial energy, but it's like awesome. So definitely check it out. Great place to have some dates. They show like little intros for Tanner, Sean, and Aaron specifically. And I kind of mentioned that because I feel like they all had 3 different energies. Okay.
Yeah.
So Sean, right away they kind of make him, hey, like Charity's coming, talk about it. He goes, right away, all about himself. Hey, I hope I get the one-on-one tonight, trying to speak it into existence. Hey man, it just sucks that, I haven't gotten my one-on-one yet. Tanner takes another approach, which is like, hey, like he keeps it real. It's like playing from behind, I want to get to know her, but I can't do it without getting a date. And then Aaron is it's been a long time since my one-on-one date, and it's my city, and for sure I'm gonna get one, and it's just 3 distinctly different energies from those guys. So what do you guys think about New Orleans? Do you think it was a good place after seeing all the dates? Do you think it was a good spot for them to kind of hold it down, or what?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. I am just shocked too that we haven't been out of the country. It's a little weird.
Maybe
I feel
one
like
of them can't.
Right. Alicia always with the tea, and I've learned to trust your intuition, and we will definitely get to that. Alicia's the dirt whisperer. She figures it out without like knowing any facts.
She's like, I trust no one.
But at the end of the day, it ends up being right, and it's like. Maybe one of them can't leave the country. All right, we have to revisit this during hometowns. They're not gonna leave the country, but if they get to the fancy suites, if one of them like goes to like Hawaii or like something like that, and the others go to Mexico, we'll know.
Yeah,
you're 100%. Right. That's really funny.
Yeah,
that is really funny. But you're right. Normally they do leave the country.
Yeah.
Wait, did they go to Canada? I'm tripping.
No, Washington.
Washington, that's right. Okay,
so
cool.
It was like it was Oceanside. I think it was Oceanside,
yes.
And then Washington.
Yes.
So
really funny. So now this is something that I wanted to ask you guys or talk about. I have a note in my notes here. Part of having a shortened season by a couple of weeks. Do you think that was, and we know that, right? Everyone we've been watching, we know it's a couple weeks shorter than normal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think that was due to like a producer-based decision, or Charity just being like, guys, I kind of know what's going on here? Let's just kind of like cut it down. I mean, we know they did start from 25 other than 30, maybe, that's part of it. But like, what do you guys think? Like, do you think it's based on the way that Charity felt about the guys, or it's just the producers, or what do you think about it?
I go off of her intuition.
Yeah.
Just how she's having like like the 2-on-1, for instance. She kind of knew.
She knew.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's like, let me just get it over with.
Right.
I think it could be like a little bit of both, but we know that that Paradise is looming, and
they need to release it. They need to release it. And that's probably what they realized. It's like, look, like this is a great, in retrospect, and I didn't write this down, but it's just coming to me now. It's like, in retrospect, this season was a great Bachelorette season for Paradise contestants.
Yeah.
It really, really was. Because a lot of these guys are great. It's just like the fireworks or the chemistry or the drama. It's a little too manufactured. And I think that's why Sean's still in the game. And obviously Aaron has his own drama too. But they have to keep some of that element because otherwise it's predictable. And I have that note down here. And we'll get to it. But predictable is okay for us that care about charity, but for people that want TV, you know, you need a little more spice, you know. Anywho, we'll get to that. So Joey gets the one-on-one date, and Aaron's face goes from ecstatic to like very upset, like right away. Like he doesn't how to hide it. I don't know.
He just needs to get over himself.
He does,
I'm
right?
Sorry, I can't. All I heard is I want my one-on-one. Bro, we get it.
Well, what I caught too is he was saying like, "This is my city. This is the city that made me a man."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, but he lives in San Diego now. He lived in New Orleans for 7 years, but he's taking charity back to Houston for a hometown. So I'm like, you have several cities that made you a man.
Right.
So this doesn't mean that this is your city.
Right. Yeah. No, that's actually such a funny that's such a funny take because like you're gonna have your chance to show her your city next week if you get there.
Yeah.
And it's not here. So as he that's kind of like the one-on-one date thing. And I'll skip around a little bit. How do you think he felt that Dotton got 2 back-to-backs and he just had to sit back and watch?
Aaron?
Yeah,
They
Aaron.
were all,
lost it.
They were all
Even Sean. Like Sean pointed out, like you got 2 one-on-ones and Dotton's on his second one-on-one and I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, are you clueless? I think he's either an actor or he's straight delusional.
I was gonna say that he is 100% an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
or just
he could fake it.
Yeah.
like you got to realize that they have to be able to see her chemistry with the other guys, right?
Yeah.
Like they have to see like, oh crap, he's way better for her than I am.
For sure.
And like his 2-on-1 was so boring.
Yeah, I know. I really wish that we would have gotten a different 2-on-1, like with Brayden.
It was pointless.
It was so boring.
Yeah,
so
it was
boring.
Really boring.
We'll dive into that a little bit more. So I just want to talk a little bit about this, ask you some New Orleans-based questions, right? Because they go to a psychic and the card reader. Have you ever done that type of stuff?
I have.
I've confessed it. I have confessed it, and yes, I have. And that stuff is
It's crazy.
Like, how do you explain it as, like I said, as Christians, Catholics, like, you know, like we have one God and confession and all that stuff.
That's
like
just going on, you know.
Yeah, but
the dark side
it's them
for a
clowning. Yeah, it's them clowning. How do they like get stuff right? I don't know.
I don't know.
Did they get stuff right about you?
They did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And they were like predicting the future, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is too much for me.
You gotta chill. G had a situation like that last week, and like she just thought it was like the craziest thing. I don't know. I guess I've never had it done
It's
to
like
me.
the Ouija board. I've never done the Ouija board.
I haven't either.
Like my husband told me a story about the Ouija board. How I don't know, he was at a house party. They were all playing it. He's like, I didn't play, but he was like, man, if that stuff is real, like ask it like my address back in Southfield. He's like, nobody there to my address. He's like, we literally were talking about this a couple weeks ago. He's like, their fingers started moving 2, 1, 0. He was like 5, 5. He's like, all right, guys, I'm out.
No way.
He's like, how did that board just move to my address?
Yo, that's insane, dude. That's insane. I don't know. I was just curious.
It's the devil. I mean, I believe in that stuff. I messed with it once because I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Let me just get my cards read, you know?
You're gonna make me do some psychic stuff. No.
Father Pierre, man, where you at?
I need you. All right. Well, I was just curious because I thought that was crazy. Anywho, you know,
real quick about that. It's funny that this is New Orleans because my husband's gonna have his bachelor party in New Orleans, and all of his Christian friends were like, "We're not going there. There's too much voodoo there."
No
that's
way.
Crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I've been there. I've been there one time for a sporting event, and you know, you enjoy Bourbon Street. You do, and all that is sweet. It's all fun, but I know that is kind of where the witchcraft happens.
Yeah.
So I was just curious if any of you guys have ever dabbled. Anywho, so Joey gets like this super romantic date. They just, you know, they get a poem written about them, and there's a jazz group like serenading them, and you know, he has every opportunity to kind of like build on his connection, which is more, I feel like his connection is almost more like romance based.
Yeah.
And like he really I felt like the one-on-ones really were tailored to the person.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely get to that more. Do you guys have anything to say on that?
On Joey's one-on-one?
Yeah.
My gosh, that guy, like, the way he looks at her,
Yes.
he like is lost. He just gets lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's so natural.
Their
with
deep
them.
conversation, like,
Yeah.
man,
It's
I wanted
almost-
to like just keep rewinding it.
I know it's like a
playing it.
romance novel
Yeah.
or something. I'm like, oh, how is this?
I really
so...
hope he's the next Bachelor.
Yeah.
He deserves to be the next
Yeah.
Bachelor. And it's funny. We'll skip around because, like we said, I mean, we've seen it all before with Joey and Charity. We know what's going on there. So we'll skip to the night part. But kind of what he said was like what you said is like he falls so hard and he falls so deep. And he talked about what his family would say. And they said it would literally have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It would have everything to do with my family looking at me and being like, dude, are you falling in love in 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Like he basically admitted that. And I don't know. Like he's not the type to like, oh, say all this and act like I think he actually does believe it. It's just, you know, it's based more in the romance than I think some of the other relationships. One in specific.
So you think he has done this before? Very, very quick, very hard, very sudden.
I think he kind of insinuated that. I think he kind of insinuated that, like, maybe not he's done this before, like, to lead to a specific event, but I think his family would know that he's capable of this.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain guys out there, and we both know these types of guys, where, like, it doesn't matter who the girl is, he ain't coming out in 5 weeks talking about, I'm going to marry this girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then there's other guys where you know, like, for sure this guy's falling in love in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he's, I feel like he's a guy that has options, so, like, he doesn't have to fall in love, but he likes her. You know, he really likes her. And he told her he's falling in love with her, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like lost
believed it.
Yeah.
I did too.
I kind of did too.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I actually did. And that's
I did
and that's
too.
and I'm skeptical of a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
And I did believe it.
Maybe I just see that like she doesn't love him as much as he probably does, or she's not falling for him as hard as he's falling for her.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe.
There's just something off about the relationship.
Maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna say off, but I look, he's into her. You're right.
Yeah.
Is she gonna reciprocate that? We'll find out.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
that
don't think-
sneak peek though like threw me off.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't think it's necessarily something off with their relationship. I think it's very quick, very soon, very lovey-dovey, and
But
I'm
that's where-
obsessed with you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's what gives me the red flag. Other than that, I think everything's okay.
Okay, this is a great segment, and it's kind of, and I agree with you 100%. And that's why I feel like her relationship with him, and her relationship with Dotun, which let's be honest, that's all we really care about, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Team Dotun.
all right, cool. We're that's where we are. Okay, so because we know it's Dotun versus Joey, like I felt like Dotun's relationship is built in such a different
Sorry,
thing.
Aaron
and,
B.
And we'll talk. Yeah, bro,
Yes.
Aaron, I'm my dog. Like it ain't happening, bro. I was like, we can, we're watching, we know. So yeah, and they're built on two very different things. Now it does lead me to another question I had while watching this, and maybe you know the answer to this, maybe you don't, but this is a question I've always kind of had, but I've never asked it. Okay, in a relationship, normally there are a pet name, a muffin, a babe, a honey, but we don't ever see any of that. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
I just noticed that the other day too, and I was like, I wonder why they don't like call each other babe or anything.
There has to be some type of rule
I'm
against it.
not a fan of the babe, sweet pea.
Well, you don't have a nickname for your husband?
No.
Johnny.
We say babe.
sounds-
We say babe.
No.
I'm a nickname.
Really?
I'm a nickname.
No, I mean he really doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Call him like JMK or.
Yeah. Okay.
But
You
like we don't sit there and be like, "Hey, yo, babe, like, what's for dinner?"
You'll see that we only say babe.
I don't know.
Yeah. I have friends that like all.
I think
like,
Alicia's
babe,
talking
babe,
tough.
What are we doing tonight, babe? Where should we go, babe? And I'm like, any more babes? Like,
All right. Well,
Yeah, but
you're giving me some insight because I can't relate to that. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, we don't. But like my friends and like you, Nicole, like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't think it's that weird that they don't say
I've
it?
never liked it ever.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need
Like-
that perspective.
Like,
Yeah,
I
me
don't like
too.
it. Like one time, like if you call me honey, no, we're
Yeah.
I'm not
term.
your honey.
Yeah.
Alicia, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Call me
yeah,
AK.
because I
I'll
thought
sit
it was
with AK, you know. But
Yeah. Because I did think
That's
it
why.
was
See,
weird.
that's why I call you that because
Yeah.
I'm a nickname guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
that's
did
fine.
think it
Like,
was
AK
weird
and stuff like that is fine. But
Yeah.
like,
when they're like Charity. And I was like, I don't like when my husband calls me Nicole. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You'd rather be called wife. Like, wife, come here, you know? No, that's
Just
hilarious.
babe. I mean, we just say babe. I don't know.
Yeah, babe, honey, sweetie, muffin. But, like, you never hear any of that, right?
Yeah. Muffin's too much.
Yeah.
Man, what's up?
What's up, muffin?
What's up, muffin?
Cupcake.
Hey, pancake. What's up, baby? That might be taken the wrong way. Okay, we're getting off track. But I had that question I wanted to ask you guys. I thought that was funny. Okay, so back to Joey. I feel like there is one. Okay, got you. Yep, there's one more thing we'll talk about Joey. So the evening date, Charity says she feels really lucky. They talk about hometowns. Joey talks about his parents being supportive of him, but also cautious that he might get hurt at the end of this, which because his feelings are going too fast. Okay, we talked about that. Now, Charity asks a very important question, which, as we know, and if you're watching this, you know, she ended up her hometowns with 3 black men and 1 white guy, right? So she asks about how he felt about being in a relationship, he felt about being in an interrelation. Help me out.
Interracial relationship.
Interracial relationship. Thank you. It is harder than, okay. Yeah. All right. How he felt about being in an interracial relationship. And he eloquently said a couple different things. He said, number one, I've never dated a black woman. He said, but the way that I'm thinking about this relationship is I'm thinking about kids. And I'm thinking about a family, and I'm thinking about, he didn't say this, but we take it into effect, in-laws, a growing up environment. So he's basically saying, if I marry you, my kids are black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to know what it is to be black. And I have to know from you what your experience is as a black woman.
Yeah.
Being the Bachelorette, being on TV. And I got a lot of respect for Joey in this moment because he really empathized with what he didn't know.
Yeah.
Like I've struggled with that, and I've said offensive things in my life because you can never tell someone else how to feel, right? Yeah. So he's saying, I don't know how you feel, but I'm willing to find out and do whatever I can to make it the best situation.
He answered that question like phenomenal.
Yeah,
Charity was being very brave, even asking that
Absolutely.
question.
Absolutely.
He was being brave, like responding to it. And one thing I caught is when he said, like, love will triumph over everything.
That's
and
true.
I was like, that's it.
Yeah. I like
Like,
when
what more do you need than that?
Yeah. I like when he said too, like, I'm willing to walk through this with you. It's going to be uncomfortable. And people, like she said, people will say things in public, I'm sure, because that's the environment we live in. But I'm willing to walk through it with you.
Absolutely. Very brave for her to ask about it, especially since she's dealt with it in her previous relationship. It's like, no, now that we're like really, really getting real, like I can't, there's no time for the bullshit questions.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they have opportunities to talk off camera, but they probably tell them like, look, there's certain conversations that you have to have on camera.
Yeah.
And that's one of them, So I give him a lot of credit. He's a great guy, and he's going to make a great bachelor.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and she like says that a few times that he makes her feel seen with all that, and that's important too.
Yeah, it is absolutely. Okay, so let's see here.
But what I noticed, when they're kissing on the carriage, did you notice how her leg was like on his leg, but he covered her?
Oh, I love that.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that, but I love
covering.
that.
And I was like, wow, like to make sure she's not flashing anything.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah, and he kept like adjusting his hand. I was like, wow.
That's a
guy.
gentleman.
What a gentleman.
That's a gentleman. Joey's the real deal, man. He's the real deal. She'll be lucky with him. Maybe we'll see.
We know it ain't happening.
Hey, my pick for it's funny because I said she would end up with Joey.
I'm so sorry.
I don't.
I mean, I would be happy either way, Dotun or Joey. I think they're both great guys for her.
Yeah.
But I am excited too for his hometown because that's going to be the first time we see like his dad is gay.
Yeah,
and
the modern family.
Yeah. Just I'm really excited to see that and how their dynamic is and how the mom and dad get along after that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
No, that'll be a fun hometown. It's one that we needed to. You needed to start off with like she's addressing what she needs to address.
Yeah.
Which is take at least the first person that we know she deserves and she's given her heart to, the opportunity to, number one, say that he's falling in love, that we know that that's essentially a predecessor for doing this type of thing, is he has to let his feelings be known, and she has the opportunity to let her feelings be known by inviting him to meet his family. So great job, Joey. Still helping me out, so I appreciate it. Okay, so a couple more just notes on it. He says, let's see here. Yeah, sorry, no, we got it pretty much. Okay, he gets his rose. No surprises here. And let's see, sorry guys. Okay, this is a very important part about the Joey situation, okay? He tells her he's falling in love with her, okay?
I know what you're going to say.
She doesn't tell him, which is always the smart move.
Yeah. They always do that.
Yeah. They want to make sure, but sometimes I've seen it where they've said it to multiple people. Now she's making sure that she's not doing it.
Yeah.
Good.
But in the ITM, she said something about Joey that she'd not say about Dotun, which was, I'm falling in love with him. Basically, I just can't tell him. She didn't say that after Dotun said it.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay?
I forgot about that.
Now, is this editing? Yeah. Or is
they're
this...
They're throwing us off.
Are they they're throwing us in the... It's something to consider. It's something to consider. Do you guys have any comments or thoughts on that?
I wrote down, too, that she wrote, like, Charity, someone just said that they're falling in love with you, like, not because you asked them to, not because you begged them, like... And that just kind of showed her, like, kind of what happened in her previous relationship and her being vulnerable.
I think that's also like a real life thing that's like not a problem here. Like, it's part of the show for them to tell them that they're falling in love. But in real life, you have to want to do that, like, for real. Yeah. You have to want to do that, and not just to get in her pants. You have to you have to really, really want to, and I feel bad for her. I don't know why. Like, I feel like she's wounded, but she is so strong now. But like, I just hope that she makes the right decision with this, and she has to this point. I think I agree with everyone that she sent home.
Me too.
I agree.
So I give her a lot of credit. I think she's handled it very, very well up to this point. I just want her to. I want her to find it. I want her to find it. We love you, Charity.
She has come out and said that she is happy.
She has?
So, So,
no way.
I don't... Of course,
Whatever that
she could
means.
be happy by herself, of course. But I'm really, really hoping
the
that
single
she
guy
is
on the
still
couch.
Together.
I'm happy too. But I'm really not. No. Hey, happy doesn't always mean happy, all right? No. We hope so.
Yeah.
We hope so. And if you're watching this, Charity, and if that means that you broke up with all of them and called Tanner back, I know Nicole won't care.
Oh, Tanner.
Poor guy. I felt
All right.
bad.
Anything else about Joey before we move on? Okay. Well, good job not telling multiple people that you fall in love with them. You haven't told anyone yet, so good job there. They cut to Xavier at the house, and this is so funny. They're like, it's funny. Obviously, that they make them talk, but it felt more evident in this episode than ever before. Like, they make them talk before and he goes, I don't want to think about it because I know they be kissing.
I swear I have that right here. Here I have Xavier. I know they be kissing.
Yeah. Oh, I know they be kissing.
I was dying.
Hey, that's our new phrase, Xavier. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, I know they be kissing. For real. So funny. So obviously that next date card comes, and Dotun gets it. Like we talked about. My fault. It's the 2-on-1. It's the 2-on-1 with Sean and Tanner, right?
Yeah.
Is this the most pointless half hour of our life? Yeah, this is the most pointless half hour of our life.
I had to listen to Sean complain. But
Yeah.
you know what? Tanner, good for you. Like, you owned it.
Yeah.
You took it like a man.
Yeah.
The other
for
one,
sure.
Yeah. Sean, you're fake, my dude.
Yeah.
I got no interest. You're fake,
I'm kind
bro.
of upset. I wanted
You're
I wanted
bro.
to see his dad, like, see how
Yeah.
his
I
dad
know.
was gonna act, but
I
whatever.
know. I do. I want to know some more dirt on that. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll find out.
You're not a good actor, bro.
Yeah.
No.
You're not a good actor, bro. You're not there for her. Stop acting all lovey-dovey. Stop trying to... First of all, you don't win.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
win, bro.
Yeah.
You don't win.
I
Like,
hate-
this is
I-
not a game.
I
Right.
hate when contestants say that. Like, I just want to win. I'm like, okay, maybe win the dodgeball game, but
Right.
like,
Yeah.
no, this is not a game.
A woman is not a prize to be won.
Yeah.
You know what I
100%.
mean? And that's... I mean, bro, it doesn't sit well with me.
Me too.
Same.
I have it in my notes.
Yeah.
You just wanted to win.
Charity is not
Why-
a trophy. Stop.
Now, with
Yeah.
that being said, why do you think she gives him so much attention? Is it just is she acting?
No.
I don't know. Maybe she has to.
Of course she has to, but
keep-
for me...
At least with, like, Brayden, it looked more real.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
I know.
Sean, you should have went home last week.
I think with...
I know. I wish we
with-
could have swapped on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for one more week.
I agree.
Put Braden on that 2-on-1. I would have been living for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been
But
great.
those two they're
boring. They were just
boring guys, you know. I mean, not boring guys, but it was a boring 2-on-1 date.
Yeah, no,
you know?
and look, I don't know if they thought that there was going to be fireworks. Like, I don't know if they thought Sean was going to start something, but Tanner ain't getting involved with this guy.
No.
You know,
he's calm, cool,
he's too
collected.
mature. Yeah, he's
a
too
little
mature.
shy.
Yeah.
And Tanner's not going to respond to Sean's idiocracy with urgency. He's just going to let him embarrass himself. Now, that's what we see, but then he's out there kissing her and she's like kind of
What was
I don't know if she's okay with it or liking it or acting. I don't know what it is.
It seemed like she liked it, and she was like, there was nothing sweet about that. I'm sorry. I thought that was actually disrespectful towards Tanner.
Yeah, it was invasive.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was malicious.
Yeah, it was just awkward and weird.
Maybe he thought that kiss was, I'm going to get my rose.
Right.
I think, like in this episode, I really feel like Sean specifically did so much to become a personality and someone that we remember, which mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mission accomplished. We're going to remember you, but are we remembering you for the right reasons?
We only remember him because of the Prince Charming from Shrek.
Oh my gosh. I can't unsee it.
Braden, you made Sean the personality. Sean didn't do it himself.
Wow.
Braden did it.
Oh, Braden.
We have you right here, flicking your hair.
So funny. And he's just all day long giving you these guys. Oh, that is hilarious, man. I can't unsee it. When you said that, I can't unsee it. I just started dying laughing. So funny. So yeah, this date, there's really obviously like there's not much to talk about because we all know that this date is for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, these guys have no connection with her. She's doing her due diligence as the Bachelorette to make sure that she fills up the episode with content and gives them a chance, I guess. So, and that's why she doesn't give them a rose at all for the whole episode, but they're just filling up the episode.
Yeah.
The one saving grace is the guy is hilarious, like the captain of the boat. He was saying some funny stuff, dude.
Yeah.
But he say if he doesn't pick either one of them, like I'm
Yeah,
here.
that was really funny. That was really funny. So he said hilarious. You guys watch the episode, you know what he said, but he goes, "You're going for the same girl? I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
One at a time for sure." That was
Tanner
funny.
was like, I guess.
That was funny. And then when he goes, "Can we feed him?" He goes, "Yeah, one time. You can feed him one time." That was funny.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a gimmick. We're there for charity. He made us laugh, but not enough. Bring the heat, guys.
That's probably one of my dream dates, though, to go on one of those little swamp boats with the gator. I'm weirdly obsessed with gators. So
Hello. So no, that would be really awesome. You want to readjust that? My bad. The Velcro got you. Sneakerhead. We'll talk about that. Okay, now this is for the Bachelorette / Bachelor historians. Okay, I don't know this answer and I didn't do my research, but I want really it's for you, Nicole, because I know you'll do the research on it. Okay, has a 2-on-1 contestant ever won the Bachelor or Bachelorette? Anyone that's ever been on a 2-on-1?
you know what? I don't think so, but I think they went on. If I'm not mistaken, I think Nick Viall was on one, and then he went on to be the Bachelor.
Okay,
Can
you do your research for me?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll find out. I want to say because Nick Viall was the villain of the season that he was on.
Actually?
He was on two Bachelorettes, and he was the villain on one of them. And I think they put him on the 2-on-1, but then he was sent home.
Gotcha.
Being chosen. I think.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Worked out for him. Yeah, please. I need
I know
that research.
he is. He's one of my favorite Bachelor podcasts too. And
Yeah, that worked out for him, and he's obviously like he did the impossible, which is turn your haters into your lovers.
Yeah.
You know? So
and he's still getting hate even from this season. The way he's talking about some of these contestants, they're like, they call him Ick Viall.
Ick Viall, because he finds his ick.
Yeah, I don't know, like some of the things he says about people.
Oh man, well I'm gonna have to get some of those sound bites and we'll react to those.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean they go through dinner, no one gets the rose, shocker. This is this is where like her acting is like really top notch. And Charity, I love you, and it's not your fault. You're the Bachelorette. You have to do what you got to do. But like, it's just not believable that she's even into these guys even a little bit.
100%.
It's not her fault. She's got to do it. But you know, this and this is kind of where like that question about the shortened season comes into play. Like, I feel like in a normal season there would have been maybe 3 or 4 more 1-on-1s where like, you would really get to know some of these other guys, but I'm just curious if it's her or if it's the producers or what. I don't know.
Yeah. I think both of these guys, I think in the real world, if she was like at a bar, I think they'd have like a little flirtation. You know, I think they would go out on a couple dates maybe, but I don't. It's very evident. It's not. They're just not the people for her. But I do think that like if they were in the real world, and they could have like a little something maybe.
I could see it with Tanner for sure. You know, and if everything, like I was half joking about that. Like if everything didn't work out with any of the other guys, like I could see her calling a Brayden. I can see her calling a Tanner and like seeing what happens. So, okay. So we're done with you guys. Sorry. I don't think we're going to talk about you for the rest of the show. We love you though. Dotun gets the one-on-one, which we talked about. Aaron again blows a gasket.
Unbelievable. Aaron.
He's not getting a one-on-one in the city. And then Dotun gets the back-to-back. So yeah. That was pretty crazy.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Back to back.
The back-to-back one-on-ones?
I've never seen
I was like, you're kidding.
Yeah.
What?
He was ecstatic, though.
He's just always so happy to see her.
Yep. And that's where I was going next.
He embraces everything and anything.
And
So she invites him to the marathon, right? And of course, they have to spice it up, and they have him wearing the Mardi Gras attire, including the tutu and the scarf. It looks like he's leading the gay pride parade. Like, let's be honest. All right.
He rocked it, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He did it with such a good sport.
Yeah.
And this led me to a thought, and I want to get your opinion on that, okay? Do you think that Charity, and I don't know her choices on this, but I almost feel like she's giving him the most embarrassing thing and the most challenging thing because she's going to end up with him. And she's like, I married you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I put you through all that.
Interesting.
I like that theory.
I do too.
Yeah. So like basically like I kind of feel like, okay, well, let me give the easy date to Joey because I'm not going to embarrass him if I'm not going to pick him. You know, I'm going to give Dotun the date where he's going to, you know, look, Dotton's a 30-year-old doctor, masculine man. You're doing that, you know, there's a little, obviously it's a joke, it's TV, but I don't know. That's just what I think. I don't know. What do you guys
I agree.
I like that theory too because it shows her goofy side.
Yeah.
Like, oh, can you handle this part of me? Because
And
this
his
is
goofy side also.
Because this is what our life would be like in the real world.
And he trusts, or she trusts him to be able to handle it. So, yep, I wrote that. I'm glad you guys agree with me. His attitude is unbelievable. You can get through anything in life with a great attitude. He says a phrase that reminds me of something I say in my personal life. When she asks him, hey, what's going on? And the phrase that I have, which I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, whatever, as long as we're together. And that's his attitude about everything that's going on. That's what I say it all the time. It's like, whatever, as long as we're together, you know?
Yeah.
And he just does such a good job of letting her know. Now, this is a thought that I have. Okay, we love Charity and Joey, okay? But for me, for my money, off looks, Dotun and Charity fit together physically more than anybody else. It's not because he's black, but it's because of his posture and with her and the way she just kind of like perfectly fits on his hip. You know what I mean? Like
he's so tall, she's so little.
She just fits right on his hip, and it's so natural. And this is obviously just our physical. You know what we see, you know what we like when we see, but I don't know. He lifts her up. He kisses her. I don't know, man. This guy.
They're beautiful together. Stunning.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't get the romance type of date, but he didn't need it because their romance is in the comfortability.
Yeah, I don't think that's their vibe where it is with Joey. Mm-hmm. It's more like real, and it's more. We're gonna goof around in our real life. We're gonna talk about how we want to. Raise a family or how we want to do X, Y, and Z and accomplish things in life.
Exactly. Like their connection is much less based on passion, which, I mean, we don't know. We're not seeing everything, but it's for what we see, like it's much more based on real life conversations, real life goals, real life discussions. How do we fit in each other's situations? It's built on something really special for Dotun. So, in the evening date, Dotun opens up about his fear of failure. I can relate, Dotun. It is tough. I mean, he tells her he's fallen in love with her. And again, you know, she thanks him and she doesn't say she's falling in love. But I do think that they are trying to throw us off by showing that she did tell Joey, hey, or she said it in the ITM, but she didn't say it for Dotun. So, what did you guys think about the evening date?
I love them.
Yeah, I really do.
Like, I have no words.
I know.
I have no words. They're goals, right?
Yeah.
They're goals. Dotun, keep doing your thing, brother. Hopefully it ends up well for you. And if you ask Alicia, I don't know, are you
I'm Team Dotton all the
Right
way.
now?
Yeah.
I was from the get-go.
Yeah, we
I
know.
was like,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, no.
And mine was when that one time where that one conversation just
The picture?
switched
Yeah.
for me. I forgot which one now,
Yeah.
but yeah.
The signs have been shown.
Yeah.
Okay, she
I
made
think I'll
she made
actually be upset if
Yeah.
she doesn't pick him.
yeah.
I know I would be okay if it was Joey.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine. They'll make it.
I
think,
just don't
but,
think they'll make it in that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, probably. Like
Yeah.
they'll be together for a while. Maybe they
Yeah.
break up.
Yeah, interesting. The writing's on the wall for Dotton. You know,
Yeah.
in every group date scenario, she made a special thing for him.
Yeah.
He waited the longest for the one-on-one, and then he got him back to back. And the writing's on the wall. I think we know what's coming. We're gonna really love watching
What
it
if
play
they're
out.
just throwing us off?
It could be.
And
It
it
could
ends
be.
up being Aaron B.
Oh my gosh, dude. Aaron B.
See, then I think that they would for sure be broken up after a while. Like
Yeah.
But
probably like
we're laughing about this, but that really was how it was whenever Hannah B chose Jed over Tyler Cameron. That really was how confident we were. I don't know, for me.
I was too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back then. So like we're laughing about how shocking and like how it would never happen, but the crazy thing is it actually could.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
There's been plenty
Change the
of
subject.
there's been plenty of times where I'm like,
my heart is
you're
aching.
crazy.
I
Like,
know.
They picked the wrong person.
I can't.
I know. It's crazy. So anyways, as we know, Dotton gets his rose, very well deserved. And yeah, anything else you guys want to say about Dotton before we move on to this treacherous last group date?
I just hope that when that decision comes, like at the end, that she doesn't choose Joey because of the physical. I think I really, really hope that she listens to like her gut in her head and
Yeah.
I mean all the signs that say
Yeah.
Dotton's the right
And
one.
she's left some of those signs.
Yeah. And I hope she's not gonna listen to like her I really am physically attracted to Joey or I physically want him. So I hope
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah, no, and you're right. Like, there's obviously sometimes there's a feeling, and some of my married friends have told me like you know when that's no longer a person you can live without, and hopefully she feels that way about Dotton. If it's Joey, I don't mind being right, but for her sake, I do hope it's Dotton, and for Dotton's sake as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this last 4x1. Well, proposed 4x1. It's supposed to be Sean, Tanner, Xavier, and Aaron. And we know what happens, right? Sean goes to the...
What did
Close
he
to the
think
rim.
was going to happen, though?
At every season there's
she
one.
was just going to say, you know what? Cancel the group date. I'm going on a one-on-one with Sean.
I'm gonna
Like,
leave
is
with
that
Sean.
what he thought?
I mean, you
Obviously.
pretty much know when you're going to the lead's room
Yeah.
when you're like feel like I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
Like you're going to go
Xavier
home.
It's a
said
Hail
it. She
Mary.
goes, man, I hope we don't do nothing stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, here it comes. Like,
Yeah, and that's why like the acting part is like so because he goes oh yeah he really likes him and like as a joke like literally I took it as a joke like no he really likes her.
Yeah.
It's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like no, Xavier really made it clear, and then the guy is just like he's acting kind of like what we joke about, which is I'm so lovey-dovey. It's like, my man, you've seen her go on freaking one-on-ones twice with other guys, but you're this in love with her.
Yeah.
You're delusional or you're an actor.
Like, relax.
Yeah, like literally relax. But he did what he meant to do, which is his intention. We now know who he is. We now will expect him on the beach. And you know he ain't ready, but he's not ready for any relationship, right?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think there's a girl he'll meet on the beach and like date and marry?
No.
No.
I don't see. I mean, he could be ready. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see anyone like that I know from Bachelor
Nicole.
Nation that would fit well with him. I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't know.
You're too nice. The answer is
Yeah,
no.
no.
The answer is
The
no.
answer is no.
No.
Look, and like he's like, okay, so more than like Braden, like we clowned Braden and said he'll be ready in 10 years. I kind of like want to retract that. Like I think he actually could be ready for a relationship sooner than that. But
Alicia's face.
I want to just look, man, you never know. But this guy, hell no. This guy ain't finding nothing on the beach. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't see
No.
any.
Yeah.
He just gives me the ick, you know.
Yeah,
and
100%.
girls out there know the ick.
Yeah.
And once you get the ick from someone,
you can't un-ick it.
Oh, 100%.
There's no such thing as an un-ick.
Yeah, G knows I got icked by somebody, and I was like really brokenhearted about it recently.
What was the ick? Let's spill the tea.
Nope, maybe off camera.
Man, I wish that there was a way for guys to come back from that, but it's just so hard.
There is no way other than like completely changing your, not only your physical, but your like everything in your life, If you come back as a totally dude, but the problem is one that happens, and I've seen it, that guy's going to come back very conceited and very vengeful, and it happens.
Vengeful. Oh, good point. Vengeful.
Yeah,
where
vengeful.
he'll be like, okay, you hurt me.
Yeah, I'm saying it from a place of knowing because, immaturely I've done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not, it's just, you get, I don't want to say you get one chance, but like you get one chance. So, who knows?
Sean's got the ick, though.
Yeah. But what's your
Sean.
Good luck, Sean. Good luck, Sean. But I do want to say there's a reason that when we made our clip yesterday or last week and we talked about the final four, who did we say? We said the people that made it. We didn't even have to watch this episode. We knew the deal. Okay. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts on Sean? We don't really need to talk much about Sean or... No one cares.
No one cares.
No one cares. How about Tanner, Xavier, and Aaron? Do you guys want to talk about that group date?
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of Aaron.
I did like when he said, I did like when he said, oh, you get the post-charity glow. Yeah. And she was like, oh, really? And her face lit up. It was cute. Yeah. I was like, oh.
And it is funny, like, for a guy like Aaron, like, he's going to take, like, oh, I made it to hometowns, like, as an accomplishment. Like, I made it all the way to hometowns. And really, it's like, it just, it's like, you're the token, you're a token
just like
hometown.
His anger is just about to like release.
Yeah, and that's
like a ticking time bomb right now.
You said that episode 1, and I was like, I don't know. I think he's a good person, but I think you're right now.
Yeah, I don't think he can like suppress it anymore.
I saw it in that first episode, and look, I know angry parents. I know angry parents. It's not the worst thing in the world to be whatever. It ain't working for Charity. It ain't working for Charity.
Not for her.
That's not the type of relationship that she needs or wants right now. And you're blowing a gasket at every. Bro, let's look at Dotton.
Exactly.
He sat there and waited his turn without talking about anyone ever. And we told you, don't talk about people, brother. Do not do it. Because now you're always the snitch in her mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Or even look at someone like Tanner.
Yeah.
Even though he went home, he was like, I've been very patient and waiting, and I'm just waiting for her to do what she needs to do, and I'll be here. And that's the type of man that...
Exactly. And, like, that's why I feel, like, super confident that, like, if Aaron doesn't get picked, they're never working out. But if Tanner... Maybe, him leaving a little bit early maybe helps that they're not meeting the family. But, like, Tanner, I can see him and Charity working out down the road if this didn't happen because he always maintained the respect. He was always super patient. He was always gentleman. He might not have been as aggressive as she might have wanted. But, you can, there's still a chance. With Aaron, it's like too much. You got to read the room, bro.
Yeah. Even Joey, even Xavier, like, they're just more... calm, cool, collected, whereas Aaron, I feel like, is a hothead.
Yeah. So there you
Sorry.
go.
Sorry,
there
Aaron.
you go.
Don't come for me though.
No. Hey, that's you come for me if you come for anybody. Okay. Now to the Laugh Factory, Mr. Xavier. All right. Okay. Let's talk about Xavier. I'll break down the facts and then what happened, and then you just tell me your opinions. Okay. So Xavier gets his time with her. And as soon as he sits down, I literally cannot stop laughing because I can't stop thinking about what you said last week, okay?
I couldn't believe it.
This guy's a pimp, okay? He's a player.
Yeah.
He's 100% cheated on a girlfriend in the past.
How many sweaters you be handing out?
Yeah. Exactly.
How many cashiers? How many scarves, my boy? Now we're
He's
wondering
just knitting for them all.
we were wondering how he got so good at knitting. It's like, my man, how many?
Yep. Passing them out.
So funny. So
you are so right. I could not stop thinking about what you said too about that because I was like, oh, now I see it.
Yeah. You're a woman's and Alicia's intuition has been right so far. And I'm going to have to trust that now. Like, I'm going to have to look at your crazy takes and be like, dang it, she's right.
Yeah, she sees something we don't.
Yeah. That's why we needed you. Like, we literally needed you on the show. Whenever me and Nicole were doing it, we're just like the innocents. Like, oh,
we're like,
yeah.
oh, they're all nice. And she's like, no, he's cheated.
Literally.
God, my jaw, I was like, no way. That's why I texted, oh my God. Because I was like, bro.
I was like, how are you having this conversation right now?
How did she sit through it?
And her face was, she was
like,
she was like, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
But
literally.
Let me just give him,
I kind of want to see where this goes because he's hot.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I got from it.
So for me, like from the I'm going to go to the Xavier section, right? To me, this was like a clear, and I swear I have no idea how you saw it. Like literally have no idea how you saw it because I didn't get like, look, there's guys who like the company of women, okay? I'm one of these guys, but I'm not a player. Like I'm not going to play one to do the other. And like, so I didn't see that. I just saw he's the guy who likes women. But no, like you saw like he showed his player in this thing where he's like, yeah, like I don't really know like if I ever believe in like, wait, what? Like he said he's scared
to commit to one girl for the rest of his life. Like
you don't think that's relevant to talk about before
like date one?
Yeah. Maybe.
We're on a show where you're supposed to get down on one knee at the end.
Yeah.
And you're and people crucified Braden for this.
Yes.
But he was like real, from the beginning. And now, Xavier's going to get off with a pass. Not only is he going to get off with a pass, he's going to make it to hometowns. Mm-hmm. He's going to hometowns. So
might go to fantasy suites.
Might go to
He's for sure going to fantasy
suites. I think so too. And Nick Viall said that on his podcast. He's like, it's clear Charity just wants to take him to fantasy suites.
Yeah, just wants to, do her thing. Well, we will see. The funny stuff he says is like, he goes, yeah, like I know, like I want to get married. I just don't know if I want to get married to you, basically.
I was like, what is happening? Why is he there?
He is pimping her. And it's like, why is she buying it? I don't know.
I would have been like, you've got to be kidding me. You're going home, and I'm going to take either Sean Sean was gone at this point, but I would have rather took Tanner.
Tanner.
Like.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
what
look,
do you mean?
As an Xavier fan, I'm like, you do your thing, Playboy. But as a Charity defender, I'm like, girl, honey, why? What are you doing? We'll see what happens.
And he says, I really, really like Charity, and I want to fall in love with her.
Yeah.
Well, there's already been 3 other men who said, I am falling in love with you. So,
do you want
genuine. To? Yeah. Maybe you probably won't.
Aaron hasn't said it, right?
No, not yet. They teased him saying in the next one, but we'll see.
You want to.
But Sean did, though. Sean did.
Sean did.
Sean did.
I forgot.
That was the 3. I thought that was the 3rd one you were talking about.
No, I knew she was talking about Aaron B.
No.
I forget about Sean.
No. Okay, so now this is a thought that I did. I thought about hometowns different in this episode than I ever have before. And let me just tell you why. Okay, so he's really Xavier talks about meeting his parents, and like normally that would be off-putting for someone that didn't have like whatever 100% marriage intentions, and like I kind of thought of it in a different way. I got the idea like obviously they're on a dating show, and obviously they're trying to find love and get married, but like if you're on the show, there's nothing kind of wrong with being like, hey, I had this like really unique experience with this person. Like, you want to meet my parents? It's like inviting your friend over. It's like you go to college and it's some spring break. Like, hey, do you want to come and meet my family? That's kind of how I got it and I thought about it. And because, like I said, this is like the shorter season theory. It's like because she's really not having a connection with more than 2 people. Like, okay, he's gonna make it and have that opportunity. So do you think most bachelorettes or bachelors know who they're picking before or after hometowns?
After.
Really?
I think they have an idea.
Yeah, you have to meet the family.
But like after the hometowns, it kind of finalizes it.
Yeah, it finalizes it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I've seen, like, when was it last season with Gabby and Rachel? Gabby only took 3 to hometowns.
And I was like, good for you.
Me too. And I'm like, I feel like Charity probably should have just took 3, but she's
her grandpa should have been the Golden Bachelor.
Oh my gosh, I know. Everybody was like, if Gabby's grandpa is not the Golden Bachelor, we're protesting.
Oh man, I need to go back and see this guy. Was he?
Oh my god, such a character.
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
That was a great season also.
Yeah, it's still on my list, but with football season coming around, I don't know if I'll get to it. Anyway.
Postponed.
Yeah, postponed, exactly. So, go ahead.
He, when he says, every time I speak honesty to a woman, it puts doubt in her head.
No, I think putting doubt in her head puts doubt in her head, bro. Like, you're the one literally saying.
You are planting that doubt seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, that was another thing. Is like, do you think he knows that he's not the one, so he's just like, I'm going to look like a player?
No.
No? You think he actually thinks he has a chance?
I think he thinks he has a chance.
Actually?
Yeah.
That rose is mine. I feel like that rose is mine. I think he's acting at this point.
I don't think it's necessarily him like being cocky, like, oh yeah, I have a chance. I think it's like, I'm just a calm, cool guy, and I'm just gonna skate by, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let me
get that vibe.
Let me ask you this. Okay. If you could go back to Charity in this exact moment, she picked her 4 hometowns. Does she know who she's picking right now?
She has an idea.
Does she
know?
know?
For the hometowns or
no,
at the end?
At the end. Does she know she's picking Dotun? Does she know she's picking Joey?
I think she knows it's at least one of those 2.
Yeah, I think it's for sure she knows one
but
of those
I don't
2.
think she has like a for sure answer. Because, hometowns, they would be revealing some stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Those are your future in-laws.
Yeah. Good
what
point.
if they're crazy?
Yeah, good point.
Bye.
Bye. Boy, bye. All right, cool.
Which is like evident in the previews, like some other stuff. So I'm excited for that.
So we know he gets his rose. Do you guys have anything you want to say about the Tanner exit? I thought she handled it gracefully.
They both did.
It's a little upsetting, but we knew they're not the
right.
match.
Yeah.
Right.
She handled it well. I think, when he was like, it's okay, I got you. It's almost like we need more, and we needed it a lot earlier, Tanner, if you wanted a chance here.
Yeah.
He
learn your lesson, be aggressive on Paradise.
Yes, absolutely. Like,
Sorry,
shoot your shot,
Yeah.
and if you like someone, go for it.
Yeah. For sure.
Don't wait around.
Yep, absolutely. Anything else you guys want to talk about with this episode? What?
I'm just thinking about Sean now. He's just, I don't know.
He's a character.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I hope there's like memes floating around soon.
For sure, we'll find whatever. Oh yeah, that is one thing I did want to talk to you about. Tell us about the clip that you had of that girl that was dating Braden or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Did you send that to Nicole or no?
Or I
know you sent it to me on the personal.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know who I sent it to.
My bad.
But
Sorry.
it was like this girl from San Diego who came out of the woodwork with receipts and pictures that she was dating Braden, and then they abruptly, like right before Christmas, and then he like abruptly broke up with her, and
but he actually did break up with her, or did he straight ghost her?
I don't remember what it says. Do you have it?
Yeah, I might have to look it up.
But then, like, right away went to filming. So
classic Braden.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's
I don't have it. I'll try to post it. Sorry guys, I'll try to post it on the Instagram.
And that's what I feel like that's why Aaron B is not gonna be the Bachelor, because I feel like if they do cast him, or if they're like trying to cast him as the Bachelor, that's something.
I don't know if I'll watch if he's a Bachelor.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll watch.
We have to watch.
Regardless.
It's work now.
Darn it.
But I think something's gonna come out about him. I don't. Sorry, Aaron, but I just same with Xavier. Xavier, you probably cheated. Aaron, you probably were a womanizer. But we've joked about this, but I just
all
feel
jokes,
like
guys, all jokes.
I just feel like something could come out like with those two.
We will find out. So, all right, guys, love you both. Can't wait to see you guys next week, and who knows? We'll see what develops in the next week, but we'll see you guys.